Is this like... What is happening? I feel like this is a different... I feel like I'm used to having more horizontal space here. God, I feel trapped. Is it slimming? Right, Hi everyone, how you doing? It's another sexy Tuesday on Earth, and aren't we all glad to be alive? We could be dead, we could not exist, we could be plankton. I mean, who knows why we exist or why we were born as humans? I don't really think it was like a lottery and we could have been sea plankton. But anyway, there's lots of plankton out there and they don't have the mental capacity to appreciate the little things as much as we do. So look at yourself and go, hey, you know, some things, but at least I can appreciate, insert my favourite thing, because I'm not a plankton. Alright, what is plankton? Plankton is a tiny... sea thing. Did geography, should probably... I wrote an essay about how El Nino affects phytoplankton in the sea. Jesus Christ. Shout out to all the university freshers. Remember, I cried in the dairy aisle. If you do anything around that emotional range, it's not weird. I cut my hand. I cut it on my headphones, right? Got the iPhone 7, doesn't have a headphone hole. Extremely inconvenient. I just couldn't use that 5 anymore. It was ruining my life. Really black. Weird home button that isn't a real home button. That's like incredibly strange. I don't know how I feel about that. But as we all know, weird thing about it, no headphone hole. So instead of normal iPod headphones, I have to use this. Getting back to the finger hit. This is important, okay? I don't know what you want to talk about. Important things have happened. You want to talk about fun things? I don't care. This is more important. I cut my finger. Because this bitch... Look at that edge right there. That is hard and frankly a bit sharp. So you know what I did? I had my phone plugged into my pocket. I dove in there, just like freaking, I went right in there to snatch my phone out of my skinny jeans pocket, and this edge of the thing from the headphones that plugs into the phone cut my hand open. I'm not even like that. It was like a centimeter. I mean, I'm not dying, okay? Like, what? Calm down. Jesus Christ. But I was bleeding everywhere. Dan's review of the iPhone 7 is nice color. Headphones attack you. Dara, I said, what's your favorite Radiohead album? In Rainbows, I guess, maybe? I don't know. Cancer cover? Yeah. So, all, you know, yeah, 21 Pilots did a cover of My Chemical Romance's Cancer. Bit of a random song to cover, maybe. I don't know, you know, there's a reason, but whatever. Musically, it was quite electronic and in a totally different direction, so it was really interesting to listen to, and I like how the emotional vibe of it was quite different. Somebody said Gerard singing it sounded like he was fighting to survive, whereas the 21 Pilots cover sounds like they've already given up, and I'm like, okay. I personally prefer the MCR version, but that's not to say the 21 Pilots one is bad. I still liked it. I think it was good, but personally, I just think Gerard screaming the lyrics with those piano chords. But maybe that's just because The Black Braid was one of the most iconic albums of my painful teen years, which will be in my memories like a scar forever. Okay, next Pokemon vid. Molly Preston sent me a message just saying B. Nice! You know what I've been listening to? Is it pronounced Bon Iver or Bon Iver? I don't know, because I had a pretentious friend at university that was like, it's Bon Iver, and I was like, is it somewhere in the middle? I'm not quite sure. Iver, Bon Iver, yeah, that's what I said, and he was like, it's Iver, and I was like, is it? So that's what I've been listening to. Bon Iver! Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. Oh, Dan talking about politics times to live. You know what, people? You should care about politics, because one day you'll suddenly realize that politics is the reason the world is the way it is. And it's actually like super dramatic and just discussing like philosophically what is good and evil and what people should support and not support. It's actually really interesting. So you might think like, ugh, it's boring. But then when you learn what politics is, it's like the most interesting thing. It's like so good. Game of Thrones, you just kill the TV character, then everyone talks about the TV show because it's good. Walking Dead, you tease that someone's gonna die, you cut away before they do, and then all they're saying is, screw this annoying TV show that screwed everybody over. But, you know, too invested in it. I will watch it to the end, even if it crashes and burns like Dexter. I'm sorry, I meant to say it's my B-Day. Oh, Molly... But you know, B! Okay, I see that. I see, you know, candles, they're exciting. I understand. Well, happy birthday. I finally caught you as you are live streaming, said Queen of Yaoi. Great. The video I uploaded last week, that was the announcement, is in a way a prologue to the story of the stage show. The trailer tomorrow will be a lot better at showing what these things actually are. So if you're a nerd like me that always needs to have a fresh experience, maybe don't watch the trailers, but I understand that's like none of you. So yeah, look forward to that. Oh, and the other thing that's exciting is we get to change all of our branding on YouTube and Twitter and stuff to the official art for the films. A lot around the world, a lot of YouTubers have had billboards in places, which is like incredibly freaking cool. So at least in LA, there's going to be like a giant billboard with Dan and Phil on it, which is just the most hilarious concept in the entire universe. Like, doesn't that make you just laugh and cry at the same time? Same. You know, the point of Dan and Phil's stage show, The Amazing Tour Is Not on Fire, is it is a celebration of the entire past years of Dan and Phil. You know, it references everything from the very start until now. So if any part of our branding in the last 5 years, you're like, no, don't bring that up again, you need to understand that it's intentional and we're kind of taking the piss out of ourselves by bringing that back. So don't be like, no, why did you do this? Instead think, oh my god, I can't believe it. So yeah, I'm not going to spoil all of it, but it should be cool. And yeah, then it's coming out, so woo. And again, because someone's like, YouTube Red is not in my country. If YouTube Red is in your country, which is like USA, Mexico, New Zealand, Canada, I don't know, then you can just watch it there. If it's not, you literally, it's just a video on our YouTube channel, and you go to it and it's like, do you want to just buy this movie right now? Like, you just get a movie from anywhere. It's as simple as that, so you can all watch it around the world. Riley Clare asking the deep questions. Is it possible to be too happy? Wow. I mean, no. What does that mean? I mean, you can be so happy and positive all the time that you annoy other people. I don't know, maybe, but I guess that's a behavior thing. You can be really happy and just chill on the outside. Don't know. I have so much homework. Help. It'll be fine. Just break your legs and then you have a great excuse. Who are you? Said Neftalier. Oh, haven't had that in a while. Who am I? You tell me. Everyone's saying trash. I am sarcastic. I am a daddy. You're a hardcore memer. You're a dork. You're an emo weeb. A literal flop. You're a tall bean. A sarcastic fringe head. A nerd loser. I am Shrek-tastic. Ugly. A cuck. A black void. Winnie the Pooh. Awkward. Gorgeous. Adorkable, my mum, the spirit of Harambe. This is, yeah, and a last one, a pickle. There we go. That was great. I learned a lot about myself there. Are you having a good day? I'm having a fundabidoozi day. Thanks. Wow. Can you play a piano, please? Said Paddy. No. Should I get an eyebrow piercing? If you want. Eyebrow piercings are pretty easy to just take out and not use. I mean, obviously they'll like heal up and whatever, but you know, it's not like you're getting a plug in your face in the middle of your cheek or something. So maybe you'll look like edgy and threatening, you know, add some depth to your aesthetic. I had pumpkin spice popcorn today. You know, what even is pumpkin spice? Pumpkin doesn't taste or smell of anything, really. It's just a squash. All these people trying to sell the capitalist theme of pumpkin spice. It's just, you know, it's just cinnamon. It's not like, here's a squash-flavoured muffin. It's just cinnamon. And they're like, it's pumpkin spice. You're all slaves to brands. Yo, Dan, can you good? Said Friezo. I can good. You know what I mean? I can good whenever you want. Are you ready for me to good? Because I can good whenever you feel like it. I'm ready. Are you ready? What was your first phone? A Nokia 3310. It was. Frickin' Snake Man, Space Impact, shortcuts in the menu, struck it down the middle. None of you will know what that means. So I got this, like, a million billion years ago when Pokemon Go wasn't a real game, but it was just something that they hyped, and nobody even thought it was going to exist. They were like, we're going to make a device for it called the Pokemon Go, and what's going to happen is you can turn it on when you've got the app open, and if you're, like, driving or doing something, and not driving, don't do anything while you're driving, and you don't want to play the game, then this little... well, fuck that thing will vibrate and flash when you see a Pokemon, and then you can just tap it and it'll catch the Pokemon for you. And I was like, yeah, I'm excited for this Pokemon game. I'm going to pre-order that. It just came. When I was in Australia, I was like, shit, man, I need to catch Kangaskhan, because when am I going to be in Australia again? In Hong Kong, I was like, shit, man, when am I going to be in Asia again? Need to catch this Farfetch'd. Let's not talk about that. But, you know, I was like, this is a reason to play, it's exciting, and now I've gotten back in London, it's just like drowsy, 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 drinks, ratata, drowsy, drowsy. The way that Pokemon works is that, other than the 4 regional Pokemon, any Pokemon could just randomly appear anywhere. So for like the 30 Pokemon I don't have, all I have to do to catch them is just play for hundreds and hundreds of hours, waiting on lures, going for walks, doing whatever, until I just randomly find it. And it's like, I'm not gonna sit with my phone open catching a million Drowsies for 50 years until I get a Kabuto or something. So yeah, I mean, until they add a new way to play the game, lost interest. And then that little baby came in the post. Great, love my life. You know, Pokemon Go, so many is there a reason why it didn't just have the normal Pokemon battling system? It's not that complicated. They have all the data from the games. They could have just, oh my god, it could have been the most epic, but literally, catching Pokemon by just swiping balls at them and throwing raspberries and spinning things. Battling just by tapping things and swiping. Oh my god, it got old so fast. I'm nearly like level 30 or something because I've got no life. I will come back, but like not yet. So yeah, that's Dan's Pokemon Go staleness rant right there for you. Yep. The postman. Right. I recently threw out a lot of my old clothes because I had like a bunch of crap that I didn't wear and whatever. Gave them to charity. But one thing that I kept was my Doge t-shirt. It's a t-shirt covered with pictures of Shiba Inus. It's the Doge meme. It's an old stale meme. But even if the wow much something very something is definitely stale, my love for Shiba Inus is eternal. So I answered the mail wearing this Doge t-shirt, and then the mailman, he opened it, gave me my parcel, looked me up and down and went, nice meme. And then walked away, and I was like, what? Like, literally, didn't even do, he went, nice meme. And then spun around, and he just power walked up, and I was just left there, holding these 2 boxes, like, I've been attacked. I don't know where you came from. I don't know who asked you, but you just came for me. You said that. You winked. I wasn't ready. I'm in my own hallway, which is my own space. I'm not wearing socks. I'm vulnerable. And you did that. When I was a teen, and the world was worse. It was just worse. Like, we're getting there. Slowly, we're becoming more progressive and less lame. But, like, safety? Nerd! So people would, like, go skating and they'd be like, I'm not wearing a helmet. And then they'd die. Then people would go cycling, and it's like, literally, I'd go to school, and it'd be like, if you wore a bicycle helmet, people would, like, throw rocks at you for being such a nerd, for, like, not wanting to crack your head open when you get hit by a car. Like, literally, wear bike helmets. And I feel like we're maybe, like, getting over that right now, because, like, as I was saying, if you ride a bike a lot, you should get, not like a high-vis jacket, you can get reflectors on your bike, you can just get little things, and, you know, safety first. So, American Horror Story. There's going to be a twist. I swear to God. Something is going to happen. Or maybe it's just going to be a complete flop. I don't know. Evan Peters is in the credits. He's not there. Lady Gaga's in the credits. We saw her being like a sweaty swamp person for like 1 minute. Get yourself a girl that can do both. Even if there's a twist. Which I hope there is. The last episode just wasn't that interesting. I mean, yeah, you have great actors. There's just some interesting drama, but Ryan Murphy, I am bring Phil. Why do you want me to bring Phil? Am I not good enough for you plebs? I'm joking. Phil is, I don't know what Phil is. He's living, doing Phil things in his Phil life. Have you heard Green Day's new songs? I heard the first one. You know what Dan's good music recommendation is though? Bon Iver. Or is it Eva? Or is it Eve? Or is it Ive Air? I don't know. Did you really cry watching Bake Off? Yeah, I did. I've talked about how the last season finale of the Great British Bake Off with, what's-her-face, I cried when, like, she cried at the end, and she was like, I just believe that I can do things now, and then Mary Berry cried, and I was like, I'm a mess. This is episode 5 of Bake Off, and you've got Candice saying, like, I just want to do my grandma proud, and I was like, stop. I like Candice. She does look like Zoe, but obviously Zoe's infinitely more fabulous, and the Queen. Anyway. But Val, oh my god, I cried. There were... Can you shut up? Like, honestly, I'm talking about a cartoon right now. Dessia at the disco said, dude, somebody inappropriately winked at me at school today. I don't know, maybe it was inappropriate and deliberate, or maybe they're just like me and they just have little, like, face twitches when they don't know how to interact with people socially. Like, hey, how you doing? I'm good. Yeah, help me. Interacting is difficult. Yeah. If you have questions after the trailer, and just if you have so many questions about it, let's just say that we've done things to answer your questions. Are you trying to give me an emotional breakdown? Always. Especially that Snapchat tweet earlier, but don't worry, I don't have a secret one. It's just Phil going, look at the filter today! And I'm like, oh, yep, cool, I'm a dog again. Hope you have a fab week. Hope you like all the stuff that is going to happen in the next week. Hope you're doing good. And remember, what's important in life is looking back with mild regret on your days of being an evil dictator, but then saying, no, the key to life is calmingly becoming a tea connoisseur, playing board games with trusted friends in a secret society, and trying to fix your mess of a nephew who, to be honest, is a dad. Bye!